In this video we'll demonstrate how to set up the iSet software that controls the external display of the bus. iSet uses the X1 color light display controller fitted right above the amplifier here, and we want to make sure that partitioning is off and the mode is set to HDMI. And this number here represents the brightness. Right now it's set to full, which is 16, and that's where we want it. And the display controller is connected to the laptop via HDMI over here, and a USB-A to USB-B cable. And this is the USB-A end, which is fitted in the laptop, and USB-B is at the back of the display controller. So both these cables are very important for the laptop to communicate audio and visual information to the display controller. Right, so here we have the laptop. We can just open the iSet software, and the first tab we'll come to is device information. So over here we'll see the sender and receiver cards information, and we have 8 receiver cards, which means we have 8 panels here. As you can see, these are two more behind, 2 more at the bottom. So in total they're 8, and they form a 1:1 aspect ratio display, which is a square. And if you don't see these information here, we can just press detect senders and it should update itself, or detect receiver cards. And right now it's not showing it, so we'll just turn on the display down here. You'll hear the display starting. It has built-in fans. And now if we try to detect receiver cards, we will get 8 receiver cards for each display panel. Right, that's set up. Next we go to the design tab. This is where you can set the pattern. So the iSet software can automatically detect the pattern that you're using by using the readback tool here. So if we press that, it will automatically detect how you have configured the screen, and at the moment this is how the screen is configured. So what that means is, inside this display panel there's one Ethernet cable running from the display controller coming to this display receiver card, and then jumping to this one, and according to the pattern it goes back down, so like that to that, and then runs across and forms a U. And that's exactly what we have here. So this configuration is if you were looking at the display from the front, so from the outside of the bus. You can also see the boot load percentage here, and you can save the current sender, but that's not necessary. If you want to extend the display, you can add more cabinets here, and you can press readback again. And yeah, we'll move now to the video source settings tab. Over here, this tab is only available when you're connected to the display controller, by the way. So if the laptop is not connected to the display controller, video source settings will be unavailable and will not be seen in the tabs. So from here you want to see that the input is set to HDMI and the screen size is set to 512 by 512 pixels. You can also recall the preset. If you don't see this, you can recall the preset and use the preloaded HDMI master, and that's a custom made preset that houses all this information, so you can use that as well. Next we can go to control. Sorry, let's just select this. And lastly, the control tab. This is where you can test the display for different colors and patterns to just verify that every pixel is running correctly. So we can test it with red. Over here you'll get a small preview of what the screen looks like currently. So we have blue. We can run running patterns, gradients. This will slowly increase the brightness of the color on the screen. So we can see it's becoming blue. and this will make it flash. And if you want to take it back to normal to mirror the laptop display, you just go back to normal. It will show a few leaves, but it's actually duplicating the laptop's display. And that is iSet. It's recommended not to remove the laptop, as you'll have to complete the entire setup all over again, and it's not recommended to remove the laptop from its position.